Yes, I did grow up in Wyoming. I was born in Ilwaco, Washington, and immediately basically raised in Laramie, Wyoming, so just over the hill. Go Pokes. And then I went to college in Chadron, Nebraska, then left there to Arizona. Love Arizona. Worked there at Motorola for a long time, and then came back the way of Denver, and then got married and decided home was a good place to be, so ended up in Laramie and then now back in Cheyenne. When I was growing up, the most influential was probably my father. You know, he was just a hard worker. You know, he wasn't anything super special. He held a single job I think before me, he had a couple jobs, the railroad, and then he went to the highway department. But he had one job the whole time I knew him, and he worked hard. He went every day. You could tell that he cared about his job. So that was definitely a work ethic. And probably what I've taken the most away from him in life is nothing's given to you, and you have to work hard for it. You know, he worked really hard every day for him, and if he needed more, he didn't try to ask for it, he tried to earn it. Well, I came to Blue, I was a non-financial institution person. This is the first financial institution that I've worked at. I came in, the org structure was a little bit different, but I did come in as basically the same level that I am today, and I had a lot to learn. Great people though. Stephanie brought me in, and we had a great leadership team then, and as well as now, and just really kind of put their arms around me, and numbers are numbers though, some things that's fun. One of the things that was exciting about coming to work at a credit union is accounting is accounting, most people think, but when you're in a credit union, the balance sheet means a whole lot different. We have assets like loans, and we have shares, members' shares like liabilities, and they both affect the income statement quite a bit. And so it was really fascinating to me to just get in and start learning a whole new twist to just basic financial statements. And debits or credits are kind of backwards. That was a really hard one for me, because when you think of a debit credit in terms of being an accountant versus being the member, it was really interesting for me to twist that around and just a little bit. Wow, the people, definitely. I love coming to work here because of the people and the members and who we are. It feels good. I feel proud to say that I work at Blue. When I'm out in the community, I feel proud about that, not just because we're a financial institution and we give people loans and we take their deposits, but because of who we are in the community. I just love that. We have some really ambitious people here that do wonderful things in our community, and I'm just proud to be a partner with them. The other thing is that Blue isn't complacent. There are a lot of credit unions and banks that, you know, hey, let's just leave things the way they are and let's just be this forever and ever. And when I came here, what was Blue, Warren, back then? Maybe 156 million. And now we're over $1 billion. And how exciting. And the things that we could and couldn't do back then to the things that we can do now are way different. And they're exciting, and we're doing even more for the communities than we could back then. And we're doing more for our employees than we ever could when we were smaller. And so I just love that we're constantly looking to be better and grow so that we can continue to contribute better both in communities, to our members, to our employees, all of that. My hope for Blue in the next 5 to 10 years, well, I think we're going to go through an amazing transition with the new headquarters. We are working really hard right now, but to have all of our staff, except for the branches, which we love, in one space, the amount of collaboration and the amount putting people in an environment where you don't have to call the person in another department and try to work over the phone. You can all go to a collaborative space and work together on teams to do things. I'm really excited for that in the short term, and I think that's going to really grow Blue too, as far as now we're whole. We have one base, and when we grow in the other communities up and down the Front Range, we're really just going to see a very sound, a sound base with a great brand and continue to do more and more for all the employees and the members. I would say that where I work, we help people. Some people need to put their money places, and so we let them put their money in our credit union. And some people need a little bit more money, and sometimes we give people money to help them out. That's what I would say to a young child.
That's really good.
Oh, pet peeves. Let's see. I hate carpet in bathrooms. Time machine, I would go back in time, and I would like to go back to the simple days of you have your ranch land and you just work your land and you live very simply. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses. You just have friendly neighbors, and it's not all about who you are or how much you have or how many things you have. It's just taking care of your family and your life. So the cowboy and Indian days.
Yeah. Are you?
I would just call it just Kim.
Just plain and simple there, right?
Nothing special. Just Kim.
Nice.